Hey everybody, this is Drew and this is Runner Duck Ranch. It's something super cool happened this morning. Blue and I were out for a walk, kind of wandering down through the ponds and found some bushes that had been knocked down by some deer and sort of followed their path, worked our way down, and we think we found the third pond. Could just be a puddle at the moment, but when we bought the property, there was an aerial photo that showed 3 ponds, and it's so overgrown down at the bottom we could never find the third one. So it's always been sort of on our list to go and hunt it out and find it, and we think we did. It's still pretty thick in there, but we're going to kind of widen that and work on it a little bit. Not today, but we'll get to it one of these days, and it'll be neat to see it all open up down there. It's pretty thick. So what we're gonna do today, it's starting to rain, so we're not gonna spend too much time on it, but down by the pond we've got this overgrown patch left on the backside, and you can see there's mossy rocks. There's a bit of a retaining wall that's kind of underneath it. It's hard to make out with it so thick over top. So we're gonna cut this back because we've got 2 walnut trees that need to get planted before spring. One of them's going to go in here, one of them's going to go on the other side of this little ditch. So we're going to thin out some of the alders, but you can see how high the blackberries were up in that tree because that's the stuff I can't reach. So maybe I'll drag the ladder down and get that stuff out, but for the moment we're just going to work on this so we can make sure we got a spot to put that walnut. All right, so in about 20 minutes worth of work, we got all that piled down into a couple little piles of rubble. So I'm gonna keep raking just for a little bit until the weather turns a little bit worse, which I think is coming. And then I'll probably quit and move on to something else for the day, but you can kind of see it taking form. We're gonna have sort of a triangle shaped garden that runs in here, and we'll put a walnut tree in the middle of it, and it should look pretty good. We're also gonna put an arbor right where I'm standing with a little handrail down those couple of steps. And then once you get over here, this is the little man bridge we've got to replace. And just up over there, kind of right around here, we're gonna build another tractor bridge so we can get the tractor down from the top, work our way through, and drive around over into the clearing where the wedding site's gonna be. Make it a little bit easier to get rid of some of these big piles and all the stuff that's still up in the trees. You can see how high some of them still go. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while. I'm gonna clean out all these ditches and get the water flowing right. Try and fill them with some river rock so it looks a little bit nicer even when there's not water in it. And keep on going from there. One day at a time. Ash and I were talking the other day, and she was saying it's funny, but it really is the epitome of it's got to get worse before it gets better. Because all of this, where the blackberries were, at least was green last summer. And now it's all brown and dead and knocked down and doesn't look great, but you can see the potential of it now. So this way, we go through kind of the winter, we chip away at this stuff, and yeah, come summer, we'll be able to start making it look really good. All right, so we got a little distracted. We stopped working on the blackberries and started focusing on the trail in behind here. So this is where Bumble will come down the hill and kind of get into the pond this way. And then you can kind of run around, run up across the bridge on the other side there. But with the amount of alders that are through here, we have to make it a little bit wider. So I got our handy little 4-inch chainsaw. So we buzzed down a couple of the alders. These ones here are a little bit too big for this guy, so we'll have to get a real chainsaw. Again, I don't know if we'll do that today. We'll kind of keep on with it. But just loving the mossy wall that we uncovered when we cut back all those blackberries. So plant some ferns up top and bring the soil up on the bottom and figure out where the walnut's gonna go. Still gotta attack this stuff, but I'll use the weed eater for that. It's pretty low to the ground for the hedge trimmer. We're gonna do a couple of things to the bridge just because we've got landscape lights on either side of it, but the bridge deck itself at night is pitch black. So I've got sort of a step light that I'm gonna put onto it. We're just gonna add a couple more pieces in between, and then we'll mount that just on the bottom side in the middle. That'll sort of shine across the deck just so it's not pitch black when you're coming down here if it is dark. This isn't really the time of year for it, but when we're outside at night in the spring and summer, it'll come in handy. Hey guys, it's Sunday now, and we thought we might get that walnut planted, but we did a birthday brunch for Claire because her birthday's in a couple of days. We had the family over, had pancakes, and nobody was really feeling like digging a hole. So we're gonna put that off for a week and probably tackle it next weekend and a couple other things. So thank you very much for watching. Again, if you enjoy kind of what we're doing here, hit that subscribe button down below and we'll keep you up to date with all the projects that are coming. And we'll see you next time.